I have a tool for you as an eBay reseller to put in your tool bag if you ever find yourself in the situation of having to cancel an item because you've misplaced it in inventory or because you broke it while you were packing it. This tool will enable you never to have to cancel an item ever again. Keep eBay happy, and provide good customer service to your customer, and to avoid that transaction defect ding on your account. So this tool, I'm going to give you a disclaimer right from the beginning, is not the ideal, but it is a good tool to have in your bag so that you can avoid never canceling another item on eBay again. Hello, my name is Eric Lewis, and I'd like to welcome you to my new YouTube channel called The Thrift Guy. I am the Thrift Guy. For the past 24 years, I've been a reseller, and for the past 12 years, I owned and operated Green and Free Thrift Center, and which we had a warehouse for 4 years. We had a more retail location, Green and Free Thrift Center in South Florida. We recently closed down in April, and now I'm actually at the 90-day mark of being a full-time online reseller for the first time in my 24 years of reselling. So it's been a new adventure. And part of the reason why I'm doing this video is because I really screwed up. When we were closing our store, I canceled between 13 or 14 items that had been purchased, but I couldn't find an inventory because of the chaos of what it means to close down a thrift store. When life throws you a curveball and you close your business down, like in my case, things got chaotic. You can watch I have a previous video closing our thrift center down, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That was the ugly part of the video, so you can watch it. You can fast forward to the end if you want more information on that. But I'm going to give you a tool that you can use if in the event you get into a situation like I was in, canceling things, I couldn't find them, chaos. Maybe life just throws you a curveball. And as a reseller, and well, actually as humans, life doesn't stop. Life doesn't always fire on all cylinders. This one tool has helped me because here's a kicker. I canceled those 13 or 14 items within about a matter of 5 to 6 weeks back in March and April. But my problems did not stop there. I actually had 6 additional items once we made the move into the storage unit that I'm in here now. Once we made that move, I had an additional 6 items that I was faced with the possibility of canceling the items, and I knew that I couldn't because with the 13 and 14 already, even with the number of sales that we had prior, those number of sales, the percentage would have gone, if not above 2%, man, I would have been on the just almost on the borderline of being below standard, and that would have been horrific for going right online, being a full-time reseller right at the beginning of summer, being below standard. It would have just been miserable. So I couldn't afford to cancel these 6 items. So here's the tool that I used, and I'm going to use it from this point forward. Again, this is not the ideal. This is just a tool to help you out through a tough time. So what did I do with these 6 items that I just could not have canceled? Well, what I did was I had 3 things. First of all, I'd get an envelope like this because I wasn't going to cancel the item, but I wanted to send something to them that would let them know that this thing was coming from eBay because it's very, very key. So I'm going to give you an example. I had to use this technique with a lady who had bought a Louis Vuitton box, and I couldn't find it. So, it was very important that using this technique is to have an envelope like this because she's looking for a large box, but I'm actually sending her something a lot smaller. And so having one of these eBay envelopes is very important. Second thing is a card. Right? Note card, thank you card, could be a blank card. Most of the ones I send out are blank. And then a $5 bill. So what do I do? This is what I would do. When I finally discovered that I'm not going to find this item in this Louis Vuitton box, I looked all over the place. Once I finally realized I'm not finding this item, I sent her a message using eBay messages. So I went to the item, clicked on contact buyer, and I sent her a message. Hey, listen, I apologize. I can't find your item. And then I went on to explain how we had moved locations. I said, but I'm going to send you a gift and I hope that you can enjoy your favorite drink on us. And it's my way of apologizing for the inconvenience. And then I would say, sincerely, Eric Lewis. What I do is I would write a note on this card. I would put the $5, right, $5 cash towards her favorite drink, and then simply put it in this envelope, right? And that's the first step. Then when I sent that message, I would go to my shipping labels. I found her item, and I go to, I'm going to ship the item now, right? But I'm not shipping a Louis Vuitton box that was in a 12 by 12 by 10. I'm shipping an envelope. So I went to the shipping parameters. I changed it to 3 ounces because that's safe on this. You don't even have to weigh it. 3 ounces. I changed the dimensions from whatever it was, 12, 12, 10 to 9, 7, 1. And then I would print the label out, which I use a 4x6 thermal printer. And so, that's what I would do. And it would generally, the 6 times I've done this, it would cost me between like $4.15 all the way up to like $4.85. So in that $4 to $5 range, every one cost me that much. Print the label out, I put it on the envelope, seal it, throw it in the mail, right? Then I would go to the order page for, like in this particular case, the Louis Vuitton. I went to the order page and I would offer a 100% refund, including all shipping. So I would just put in there 100%, whatever she paid. Say she paid $35, or I think it was around $40. So I click $40 refund, and here's the key thing that you do: giving the refund. And then it has a drop down box. You have to, what is the reason for the refund? This is central to, very key. If you miss this point, it's not going to work. Here it is. You click other discount, and I would put in the message, hey, I apologize for the inconvenience of this, but I hope that you enjoy your gift, right? And so that's what I would do. And I would give the 100% refund, and voila, I would send it out in the mail. And this particular customer was really cool. I got this message, put it up on the screen. I got this message about a week later, in fact, that she did get my gift, and she was very pleased with it, and she was just very thankful for what I did, and it turned out really well. So now here's 2 things what I've learned. I have received no positive feedback from any 6 of these people, but I've received several messages that they thanked me for the gift, which is, in my opinion, a win. So that's the one thing. And 2, this tool, though it's it keeps everybody happy, it's expensive. 100% refund, so I lost, the potential sale, well, because I lost the item, so now I can't even relist it. I have no way to make any money on it. But then I'm also paying for the shipping label and the $5. So let's just round it up to $10 per transaction. It cost me $6. I call that a stupid tax in my book. I call it a stupid tax because it's just me. But it's also just known as cost of doing business. It's just an additional cost. We want to avoid this. This is why I said this is not an ideal tool. This is not an ideal situation. But man, it is a really good tool. When you do this, the eBay algorithm is happy because you ship the item out on time. The customer is going to be, I would say, again, I'm 6 for 6. I've done this 6 times. I've not had a problem. I can't foresee a situation where a customer is going to be upset with that. But, we live in a really wild world right now, so you might run into that. I have not yet. So the customer is going to be happy. And third, you're going to be happy because you're not going to have that ding on your transaction defect rate, which we know is very, very important. And in reality, listen, when you're in customer service, providing your item on a timely fashion in the way you described it is the ideal. That's what we want. Honestly, that is exactly what we're working for. But customer service, good customer service, great customer service is finishing the transaction when things go wrong and putting the customer first. And in a small way, I'm putting the customers first because what person doesn't have their favorite drink, whether it's a morning drink, a night drink, whatever, and $5 will at least offset that expense. It's finishing a transaction that was not ideal, but it's finishing it in a very good way that the eBay algorithm is good, the customer's happy, and you're satisfied that you're not going to get that transaction defect. Hey, in the comments, Let me know what you think. Have you ever tried this before? You know, I've learned something. I'm 54 years old. Rarely are any of my ideas original. But I did just going one day say, hey, I'm going to send them $5 for their favorite drink and see what happens. If you've used this, let me know how it's turned out for you. If you do use this idea, I will give you a disclaimer. I don't know how your customers are going to react, but I can tell you that I'm 6 for 6 with happy customers. With that said, hey, leave a comment. I would love to see what you think about this idea. And if you're not following my page as of yet, or you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. And if you feel that this content is worthy of sharing, please share it on your YouTube channel. Or any other venue you have in social media. I would appreciate it. Until we see each other here on my YouTube channel called The Thrift Guy, be safe and make today great.